Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is 2021 priorities. I think I have a video on 2021 planning where I talk about, trying to get your thoughts organized on paper so you know what to kind of work on in 2021 and kind of go into detail on some recommendations on how to do that and why. But in addition to that planning, I think you want to use this planning time to develop your priorities, meaning what's the most important, right? To prioritize what is the most important for you. So I would tend to think that at the top of your 2021 planning list, your priority would be things to do with your health, right? I think we can see that if you're healthy, if you're feeling good, your whole life flows better. You can withstand the stuff that life throws at us. The COVID situation is the people who succumb to that, they're not healthy, right? So if you can get yourself healthy, you don't have to worry about that kind of thing as much. You can kind of dampen down your stress level regarding things that are going to make you sick. I don't think it's a good idea for what you hear over and over and over again from people are, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get sick. That is the exact wrong way to think. What you want to think is I'm actively taking steps to be as healthy as I can, right? So if you learn anything, that would probably be the biggest thing for you, is to do things for your own health. Like I talk about the weight training, it's kind of my favorite activity, and I'm usually in the gym twice a week, sometimes once. It's kind of a staggered schedule. I don't like to go back to the gym when I'm not recovered, and as an older fellow, it takes longer to recover, and I think even younger guys. So anyway, the weight training, I think it's pretty hard for me to believe that if you can squat to full depth with weights on your back heavier than your own body for 3 or 4 or 5 repetitions, that would be hard for me to believe that you're not got a bit of health, that you can probably handle a cold or a flu, right? So the health, so the weight training, the walking, of course, the walking is good for you. I think the weight training is the main one for your muscles and for your strength and your power and your ability to do for yourself. But the ability just to walk around and spend plenty of time walking, and know you have the ability to walk all day if you have to and if you want to, right? Especially on a vacation, that would be the best. But you gotta, in order to do that on the vacation for hours, you probably gotta be walking your normal life quite a bit and doing for yourself. The health, I think the health is a priority. So the supplements, eating plenty of high quality meats, and a lot less sugar and other forms of junk. Plenty of sleep. All of those things contribute to your health, and keeping your stress low. That will help you a lot too. Less stress is good, because then you sleep better. You don't worry about things you don't have control over, and it just stops that mind chatter, and it stops your heart from racing, and you want to lower your stress. When I was married, I wasn't really that healthy. I had enormous stress due to the marriage and everything. I don't know. If you have a stressful marriage, you should get out. That's the short story. The long story, you go check out my book, Leave Your Wife and Become a Happier Man, with the 3-step system, available on the ahappierman.com website. But yeah, I would make your health your 2021 priority, and moving forward. I would say if you don't do that, then what are you really doing, right? That your health has to be your number one priority this year, every year. Probably your finances. The finances, that's a very high priority. Making progress on your finances. I've made tons of progress ever since I left my wife. I've been making tremendous progress on my finances. Sometimes in a marriage, your wife is kind of a keep up with the Jones, out of control spending, and that, of course, ruins your financial life along with other parts of your life, and your stress level goes through the roof. So yeah, you would spend time on your finances, evaluating them, paying down the debts, funding various savings and investments, trying to plan your expenses better. All of that should be a priority. Those are, let's say, my two biggest priorities. Obviously, the third is doing well in your career, the whatever job, however you pay your bills, that should be very high priority. It might need to be a higher priority than everything else, because that's how you take care of your finances. And if you don't make enough money, your stress level is going to be through the roof. So, maybe you prioritize your career, your income generation ability, move that up, but give plenty of weight to those other two. Maybe another one for me is the social aspect, both old friends, family, my kids, my mother, rest of my family, my old friends, my new friends, my work colleagues, the ladies that I know and the ones that I'll yet to meet, and new people in the social and the organizations I might belong to help me socialize. But to me, that's very critical. I've seen through the COVID situation that I love getting together with people, even though I'm very good at being alone and talking to myself on these videos. But just as much as I like being alone and doing my own thing, I also like being with people and the social. So to me, that's very high on the list to keep building on the progress I've made, and I think along with the social, there's a certain amount of fun. So I talk about traveling, like, let's say, just as a priority. My priority this year would be to take 2 significant trips and probably 3 weekend trips. So I think that's on my preliminary plan already. I know the year in 2016, I took 2 significant trips and then 2 weekend trips, and that was an awesome year for me of travel and fun. So I think if I push myself to do another 2 significant ones and then 3 weekends, I would expect that this coming year would be quite fantastic for travel and the fun and the exploration and the adventure that wraps around travel. The thing about travel is it brings in everything. It brings in all the good things about your life that you can do. So when you're doing your 2021 planning, try to figure out how to prioritize things, how to weight things, how to put the most important things at the top, or to prioritize them, to accomplish something first, second, third, that type of thing. So give those ideas some thought, all for now.